name is Alicia, and I will be presenting Androgen 3. Androgen 3 was done by Magdalena Abakanowicz in 1985. It is made of burlap, resin, wood, nails, and string. It is now located in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. Artist Abakanowicz is a Polish artist. As a young girl, she watched German tanks enter her family's estate, and as a soldier entered, she witnessed them shoot off her mother's arm. They had to flee the Soviet army in 1944, and they ended up in Warsaw. Here, as a teen, Abakanowicz worked as a nursing assistant. She recalls how she had to hide that she had been rich, and she remembers how they were simply thrown out of society. However, she still graduated from the Academy of Fine Arts in 1955. Her major works are large woven hangings. However, by 1974, she began to make freestanding sculptures. These freestanding sculptures included fragmented human figures, either by themselves or in groups. Androgen 3 is one of these freestanding sculptures. The figure does not sit directly on the floor like many of Abakanowicz's earlier works. However, it sits on a low stretcher of wooden legs, which substitute for human legs. It appears as an incomplete piece and uses hollow shells that are meant to be seen in the round. It emphasizes the lost legs and is a provocative image in order to express both the physical and spiritual condition of mankind, especially during World War II. In order to capture these conditions, by 1970, Abakanowicz began using burlap, string, cotton, and gauze as her materials. She formed her figures by pressing them into a mold and often took casts from the body of a friend, making them life-size figures. The hardened fibers would soon take on the appearance of crinkled human skin. With these materials, it was possible for Abakanowicz to add details to the piece through her molds. Alongside the display of wrinkled skin is the implication of backbones, musculature, and veins. The back is meant to be seen in the round, which means from all angles. The hollow interior, however, is just as important as the molded exterior. The space inside is just as important as the mass of the piece to Abakanowicz. Through using this form, Abakanowicz is able to emphasize that this work is strictly about human existence in general. She feels that the viewer should focus on the humanity of figures and not their gender. The fragmentary nature of the figures is key, as there is no head or limbs to this piece. It can allude to the brutality of war and the totalitarian state experienced from World War II by Abakanowicz herself. It can also be an expression of her personal suffering. For example, it can reflect the time she spent helping in the World War II hospital as a teen in Warsaw. More personally, it can reflect the memories of the attacks on her mother. This can be seen through the missing limbs on her sculptures as her mother's arm was shot off. Abakanowicz's later works are also characterized the same way in which Androgen 3 is. One work includes backs. This work was made from 1976 to 1980. This includes 80 human back molds, which is the same mold used in Androgen 3. It was inspired by the dehumanizing nature of crowds that she witnessed in World War II, brought on by dictators. Another work is called Seated Figures. This work was made from 1974 to 1979. This includes the molded fronts of bodies, which are also human-sized, similar to Androgen 3. It also expresses the dehumanization through the missing heads on the figures. As displayed through Abakanowicz's seated figures, backs, and especially Androgen 3, it is emphasized that Abakanowicz's works are a reminder of the brutalities of war that are meant to act as mournful and disturbing for their viewers.